5 things you can do today to actually change your vibrational frequency, to get in the vibrational frequency of wealth, abundance, and money. So if you're wanting to attract more wealth in your life, then make sure to listen in on this, to use the law of attraction your way. But before we get into it, show reel, hit it. When it comes to learning, there's nobody ahead and nobody behind. I don't believe I was born with all the skills. I don't believe I was born confident. But what I do know is that if I decide that I'm gonna go in on something, I'm either gonna go big or I'm gonna go home. So as a lot of you know already, vibrational frequency is extremely important when it comes to law of attraction, because we don't attract what we want, we attract what we are. So how do we actually get into the vibrational alignment? There are certain things that you can actually do to make that happen, and we're going to dive deep into it in this conversation. And so there's a few things you need to understand. The first thing is when it comes to vibrational frequency, we can shift it, and one of the fastest ways to actually override the mind is actually using affirmations. And why I say override the mind is because our minds have been programmed and conditioned all through our lives. So let's say, for example, if when you were younger, your parents have ever said to you before, no, darling, it's too expensive, or mommy and daddy don't have enough money for this, right? These things are all programming your mind. And when we say money is the root of all, and then you can finish the line. And when we say all of these different sayings where money doesn't grow on, and you can finish the lines, then that already shows that you've been conditioned all your life. So how can we override that is by using affirmations. So every morning you can use simple things. And the simple things, you need to always remember this, is not saying and looking in the mirror and saying, I want money, I want money, I want money. Because when you say, I want money, that is already the lack of. Or I need money. Don't allow yourself to even think or say, I need money. And I know it's hard, especially when you are in need of money. But you need to understand how the law of attraction works. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you are. So always remember that. And in that sense, when it comes to money affirmations, and I do have a money affirmations video, by the way, if you guys haven't checked it out, I'll put the link somewhere around this video for you. But when it comes to money affirmations, what you want to say are things like, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am powerful, I am confident, I am strong. Money always comes my way. I attract money wherever I go. The universe always finds opportunities to allow me to have more money, right? So these things, these affirmations are acting and thinking as if it's all coming your way that way. And there will be doubts that will pop up because, especially if you are in the lack of money, in those moments, there will be doubts that pop up. But you need to keep chanting it, because when we chant it enough, what happens is it overrides what's been programmed in the mind. And that's why in the mornings, it's very good to actually spend 5 minutes to 10 minutes just actually chanting affirmations, right? Now, you may think that sounds really, really crazy, but actually there's a culture in Japan where every single morning, these big corporations, all of the employees are required to actually go on the rooftop and chant, I am great, I am powerful, I am strong, you know, all these different things. And it really, really works, okay? So then going on to the second thing. The second thing is visualize as if, okay? Visualize as if. So it means after the chanting, you're overriding the mind. Then your mind is more in belief that that could be the possibility. Now we are bypassing the mind. Then we close our eyes. When we close our eyes, we visualize. And when we visualize, we need to be able to see all of the things that are related to wealth that we want to attract into our life. We need to see it very clear, because clarity is power, right? I'm giving a lot of information in this video, and all of it is detail. And it's important we get all these details, because when it all comes together, it's like one jigsaw puzzle. And that's what allows you to attract what you want in life using the law of attraction. So make sure to type all of this down below. We always say comment down below the learnings, because that reaffirms the learning on the subconscious level. Okay? So when we visualize, we need to be able to see, because clarity is power. And we need to see clearly. If it's a car, if it's a Lambo, we need to be able to see it clearly. Open the door, get inside, visualize, be all there. If it's looking at your bank statement, right? Or opening up your phone, looking at your bank statement, see it. Now, how do we help these visuals? Is to actually have more visuals that remind us around us. That's why they always say create a vision board. Okay, so if we have this vision board around us, it keeps reminding us so that when we try to bypass the mind, we see it more clearly. When we see it so clearly, and how clearly do we want to see it? We want to see it so clearly. Don't know if you've ever had a dream before, where you have a dream, and then the moment you wake up, you actually question whether it did happen or not, right? That is how real the visual needs to be. And you can only do that by bypassing the mind if you recondition or override it enough. So that's why we say visualize. Have loads of visual around you. When you close your eyes, visualize. Walk into the situation. Moving on to the third thing is we need to feel as if. Remember what I always say. Emotions is energy in motion. That's like Amazon Prime order. It will deliver it much faster. That's how to speed up law of attraction for you. So when you are visualizing yourself walking into the mansion, be able to see all the people around you, whether it's family, whether it's friends, right? Whoever it is, whether it's your loved ones, and be there with them and feel the pleasure and how amazing it is to actually have those things in your life right now. So make sure to also feel as if. Then moving on to the next point, and you probably heard this before, they say your network is your net worth. Now, there's so many different contexts to understand this, but the easiest context I like you to understand it now is rather than just thinking it's connections for opportunities, which it is, right? But actually, I want you to understand it as your tribe equals your vibe. Everything is energy, energy is everything. What are people? What is happiness? What is wealth and abundance? One thing that changed my life when I was around 21 was I met a whole group of very, very, very rich friends. And they used to, and I remember back then, I had already started my first business. I had a restaurant business and I bought myself a new BMW. Imagine that, right? It's pretty cool for 21. However, when I first met this group of people, they were all into exporting steel and things like that, like huge corporations, huge businesses. And when I met them, I remember the first time I drove my BMW to meet them, and then I seen a baby blue Lamborghini and a Bentley Continental GT. And I remember I seen all the cars outside, and I was thinking, where am I supposed to park my car? And I'll tell you a secret, right? I haven't really shared this with anyone, but I actually, back then, I drove the car down the back alley and I hid it there. Imagine a brand new BMW M Sport. I hid it around the corner because I felt so humiliated by driving that car there because I seen all these other supercars. And anyway, I walked in and then they said, oh, where I didn't see your car come in. And I was like, oh, I had my driver drop me off, you know. It was like that type of situation. But what I didn't know back then was because I was within the vibrational frequencies, it shifted the way I thought about money, the way I was around money. Because every single day, the way they talk, the way they are, their vibrational frequency touched me on a subconscious and conscious level. So conscious being I know what affected me. The unconscious level is on a vibrational level. So just by being around wealthy people changes your vibrational frequency, right? Then coming on to the final thing, number 5, right, is to do what we call a real life vision board. Now you're probably thinking, what does a real life vision board mean? Okay, and this is actually what I did when I was 24, 25. I used to go into car garages when I didn't have the money to buy those supercars. They were Aston Martin cars, Bentley Continental GT, and all these Ferraris, Lamborghinis. I used to go into those car garages. And it's almost like having a real life vision board right in front of you. But the difference is when you step into it, So it's the act of acting as if. When you walk into a Lambo garage, when you walk into a Bentley garage, when you walk into view a huge mansion, a huge condo, $1 million condo, when you walk in with that agent guiding you, how can you act as if? Now you probably think, but that's faking it. But actually, the interesting thing is the universe only reads vibrational frequency. So if you can act strong enough, the universe will read that's your vibrational frequency and match that of your vibrational frequency and deliver what you are, right? Let me say that again. It will deliver what you are. So when it comes to that, then go. Whatever the things are that you dream of, don't dream. Don't think it's a dream right now, right? Book the appointment. Go and see those things. Sit inside, feel it. Speak to them as if you're even negotiating a deal there, right? And if you do that enough, that will also change your vibrational frequency towards wealth and abundance. Guys, if you enjoyed this video and it's been of any use to you whatsoever, or just reconfirm some things for you, right? Then make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, right? Also, comment below, let us know where you guys have tuned in from. It's always nice to know. And finally, if you're new to this channel and you haven't already, remember to hit that subscribe button and the notifications button next to it. That's that little bell sign, by the way, because this year I'm dedicated to making daily videos to hold you accountable to make it your best year yet. But it's time, and you know what it's time for. It's time for our asana practice. So we're gonna roll out as usual, in style. That roll gets better and better every week, huh? Okay, so time for Yogi Lambo Challenge. So what we decided to do also, before I get into the asana, is every week we're going to actually feature one of you, because I know some of you have been tagging Yogi and Lamborghini and all the rest of it. We're gonna keep it to Yogi Lambo Challenge, okay? So when you tag it, whether on Facebook, whether on Instagram, once a week we'll check who's doing all the different asanas and who's been able to do it, the challenges, and then we're gonna pick one out to feature on this section of the video every, when do we do this? Wednesday, Thursday? Every Thursday, Yogi and Lamborghini, okay? So today we're gonna do a very good one to actually open up the back, okay? So I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do it. It's going to be like this. So we lie down, okay. Then what we do is we lift our feet up, right? So the first action, and we always do this more later on in the practice, we lift our legs into the sky. These are what we call our inversions, okay? So why we do the inversions is to actually get the blood now flowing towards the head, the third eye chakra. Okay, so this gets all the energy all opened up. So that's why we need to open up the energy points from the legs and the feet first before we do the inversion, because it's all open up. The taps are open, now we turn it upside down. Now, one thing we can do to open up and strengthen this back also is to bring the legs down, okay? So we bring the legs down this way. Keep the legs straight, okay? Now we're gonna do a few warm-up exercises before we complete the sequence. So the warm-up exercise we're going to do is we're going to take the legs, we're going to tilt to the right, okay, and feel this part of the body open up, the sides of the body open up. Then we're going to tilt to the other side, feel it opening up, okay. Then we're coming back central. Then what we're going to do, we're going to walk to the right as far as we can, keeping the balance. It'll open up again. Then we will walk to the left, keeping the balance, okay? Legs are straight, knees are straight. Then we are going to come back central. Now this is what we're going to finish off on this week. Next week we're going to give you something more exciting, okay? Now we're going to bring the knees down to the ground and then bring our arms around and then tuck it behind our head. Tuck it behind our head like this. Then we will hold in that position. We will hold in that position for a few minutes. It's a very, very powerful asana, actually. So we will finish off on that hold, okay? And then next week, I'm gonna show you something, how we can flip out of that asana. Really, really beautiful move. So make sure to tune in next week also, every Thursday, remember. Other than that, I think that's it. If you guys, remember, if you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the thumbs up. Also, if you're doing this challenge, make sure to tag Yogi Lambo Challenge. Okay, post a photo, post a video, and we're gonna pick one out and we're gonna feature it on this series once a week. We're gonna pick one anyway, the best one, or maybe the funniest one. Anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video and watch the next video. You can click on anyone you like right now. Otherwise, love and blessings to all of you. Namaste.